And the story of the first fishing lure. A long, long time ago, thousands of years before fishing stores and plastic lures existed, humans were already looking for clever ways to catch fish. On the banks of the Great Nile River over 4,000 years ago, lived a fisherman named Kiti. Day after day, Kiti watched the fish slip through the water, ignoring the worms he offered on his hook. One hot afternoon, as the sun beat down on the river, Kiti had an idea. He carved a small piece of wood into the shape of a tiny fish, tied on a few heron feathers, and tossed it gently into the water. The lure wobbled and danced like something alive. Suddenly, a splash of fish had struck it. Kiti had just created one of the very first fishing lures in history. Far away in the misty mountains of ancient Japan, other fishermen were tying silk thread and feathers onto hooks to imitate insects. These artificial flies fooled mountain trout in fast-moving rivers. This style of fishing, called tenkara, is still practiced today. Meanwhile, in ancient Greece, fishermen were shaping hooks from bronze and carving bait from bone and shell, creating simple but effective lures to mimic the prey of local fish. But the story of the fishing lure didn't end in the ancient world. Fast forward to the late 1800s in Michigan, USA. A man named James Hedden sat beside a lake, whittling a piece of wood. He tossed it into the water, and just like Kiti, a fish jumped up and tried to eat it. Inspired, Hedden carved his first wooden lure and went on to create Hedden Lures, one of the oldest and most famous lure companies in the world. And so, from the ancient Nile to the mountains of Japan, and finally to the lakes of America, the idea of the fishing lure traveled across time and continents, guided by the clever hands of fishermen and the endless hunger of curious fish. The end.